The Whispering Shadows. James had always been drawn to abandoned places. As a freelance photographer, he thrived on capturing the eerie beauty of decay. So when he heard about Blackwood Manor, a crumbling estate deep in the forest, he knew he had to see it for himself. The locals warned him to stay away. "People go in, but they don't come out," an old man at the gas station muttered. James dismissed it as superstition. Ghost stories were good for tourism, after all. He arrived at dusk. The manor loomed before him, its windows like hollow eyes staring into his soul. The air was thick with the scent of damp wood and rot. He stepped inside, the floor creaking beneath his weight. The first few rooms were exactly as he expected. Dusty, filled with broken furniture and peeling wallpaper. But then he noticed something odd. In one of his photos, there was a shadow that shouldn't have been there. A long, twisted shape standing behind him. A chill ran down his spine. He turned quickly, but the room was empty. He laughed nervously. "Just a trick of the light," he told himself. Then he heard it. A whisper. Faint, almost indistinguishable. It came from the hallway. James swallowed hard and followed the sound. The corridor stretched unnaturally long, far longer than it should have been. The wallpaper was moving, shifting as if something was crawling underneath it. His breath quickened. The whispering grew louder, overlapping voices hissing his name. James turned to leave, but the doorway he came through was gone. Panic set in. He ran, his footsteps echoing in the endless hall. The walls pulsed, breathing like living flesh. And then, in the dim light, he saw them. Figures emerging from the darkness, their faces featureless, their bodies twisted and broken. They reached for him. James screamed. The next morning, Blackwood Manor stood silent once more. His car remained outside, untouched. But James was never seen again. And in the manor's dusty halls, the whispers continued.